Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pokemon FireRed version. In the last episode, we covered the routes towards the Cinnabar Island and finally reached this isolated place, home of the 7th gym. We're gonna head out into the lab right now because, as I mentioned when I first got the fossils, you are going to be able to revive one of them, and that place is on this island. Oh, she wants to trade a Venonat for Tangela. Well, I do have a Venonat. This guy's talking about a fossil you find at Mount Moon. You have a Raichu for Electrode. Why would I do that when I could get both in the power plant? That's a pointless, stupid trade. What's this guy? He'll teach me a nifty move called, oh, I know what it is, Metronome. Oh, I could reteach Metronome to anyone I want. Only once, though. And yes, I know you've evolved as multiple kinds of Pokemon. The main reason I'm here is so I can revive the fossil that I got in Mount Moon. Well, I forgot what fossil it is, so I'm just gonna make sure. Oh, I have two. Oh, the Dome fossil. This turns into Kabuto. Yes. Okay, so yeah, after you hand it in, all you gotta do is just exit and then re-enter, and he'll give you Kabuto. I'm also gonna revive the Amber, which will turn into an Aerodactyl. Unfortunately, the fossil, the Pokemon that you get is going to be a level 5 Pokemon, so they're not going to be very useful at this stage when you have level 50s like I do, unfortunately. But this is merely, I guess, more for Pokemon, Pokedex data, I guess. Unless you're willing to train them all the way up from level 5 at this point and put them on your team. Since Blue didn't use them and I don't really want to use them, I'm not going to be using them. I just said use like 3 times in one sentence. But, okay, now we got that out of the way. Now we can actually proceed with whatever we were actually supposed to do on this island, which is challenge the gym! Let me inside! The door is locked. What? Oh, man. Oh, well, you know what that means. We gotta go into the PokèMansion. What? So, it turns... I actually knew that the door was locked, and I was just testing you guys. Yeah, that's a good excuse, right? The door to the gym is locked. Now, you're wondering, how on earth do you get inside? If you talk to the townspeople, they would have told you that, the key is probably inside this PokèMansion, this abandoned place, which actually doesn't look as creepy as you think it does. But, we'll just fight this youngster here. You startled me! I thought you were a ghost! Well, apparently girls with hats and strapless and hand-over bags are apparently ghosts, according to this kid's logic. But anyway, we are now in the PokèMansion. This place, I guess, is, like I said, kind of creepy. It's supposed to be an abandoned building of sorts where apparently a Pokemon experiment was conducted. Maybe I'll show you guys the info on that, because there's a bit of history in this place. It's got some importance to the quote-unquote plot of Pokemon. But in here is the key to the Cinnabar Island gym, so you actually do need to go through this place in order to get your 7th gym badge. You can't avoid this place. You can't, it's not a detour. You have to go here. The story wants you to go inside and then explore it. Maybe beat all the trainers inside too, but you have to go inside here if you want to get your 7th gym badge, and so you need to go in here in order to continue the story. Pokemon experiment was conducted here, as you'll find out with from the diary entry, from the diaries that are scattered around this place. I guess it's interesting to know, really. It only is merely for your own satisfaction, I guess, to fill some holes in the Pokemon plot. Can't get any wins. I'm a sore loser. You'll also notice that there are these weird statues with switches on them, even though I don't see the statues. And then the eyes of those statues turn red. But as if it wasn't obvious enough, those are Mewtwo's. Yes, Mewtwo statues are scattered around this place. Now, why on earth do you think Mewtwo statues would be scattered all around a place that I said Pokemon experiments were conducted? I'll let that sink in. I can't get out. This old place is one big puzzle. I want my mommy. And we are now encountering the burglar class for the first time. Apparently, stole not only goods, but also starters, because this guy has a Charmander. But last I checked, Charmander is still at the Oak Lab, and you'll actually notice that if you go back, or if you ever decide to go back, Charmander Pokeball is still there. You can never pick it up again. In fact, no one will ever pick it up again. And he's also got Charmeleon, so he didn't just steal one Charmander, he stole 2 Charmanders? What? Or maybe he made that Charmander reproduce. I don't know. Oh no, my bag of loot! Huh, he has to give me half of his prize money if he loses to me. So I guess that's what he was referring to, his bag of loot. Got a protein and zinc. There's a lot of vitamins in this place, isn't there? I'm also spraying up the max repels, if you couldn't tell from the sides that there are wild Pokemon in this place. So here's one of the diaries. July 10th, we christened the newly discovered Pokemon Mew. So Mew is obviously the Pokemon that came before Mewtwo, the Pokemon whose genetic data helped create Mewtwo in the first place. July 5th, Guyana, South America, a new Pokemon was discovered deep in the jungle. And that Pokemon is obviously enough Mew. So apparently, there's like a whole world out here actually, because they were talking about Guyana, South America. So maybe there are all the other countries are also included in this Pokemon world. I don't know. This place is like huge. Wow, he started talking like a teenager because he inserted that random like. Wow, a Ninetales! Oh, we fought one already, but level 38. Wow, the level cap actually slightly increased, because it was level 37. We fought one level, Stormy level 37. But another guy has Story level 35, so I don't know, the level cap's all over the damn place. That was easy, although I did have Turtley, who was super effective. I'm lost. Wow, max potion, that's actually relatively useful. February 6th, you gave birth! We named the newborn Mewtwo! Mew's a female! According to this diary. I wonder who's the father. But what they did was they used Mew's, if you didn't know, they used Mew's genetic material to make another copy of Mew, but ended up to try and create the most powerful Pokemon in the world, aka Mewtwo, but Mewtwo kind of went rogue, so that was a failure on their part. I mean, if you're like trapped in a lab full of humans and they're conducting experiments on you, wouldn't you like try to get the hell out of the place? Just saying. My mentor once lived here, but he passed away when Mewtwo was created. I miss him dearly. So according to the story so far, they found a Mew. It gave birth to Mewtwo. What really happened was they just took its genetic material and made a Mewtwo. And then, yeah, that's it actually. That's all we know at the moment. You don't know anything else. Or you guys don't know anything else, unless you actually know the full story. But this is where Mewtwo was born and created. And that's why there are Mewtwo statues all over the place. Because this is the... Actually... The lab where Mewtwo was created. Unfortunately, Blaine doesn't really give much hints. The gym leader of the 7th gym, spoiler alert, he doesn't talk really about Mew or Mewtwo, so it seems like he wasn't really participating in the experiment, I believe. My memory's a bit hazy, foggy here. Ooh, overwhelming. This place only has a total of 3 floors and a basement floor, which actually got me before when I was exploring this place. It turns out I've already explored this entire place, right? So there's nowhere else I can actually go. I've already done everything. There's nowhere else I can go, right? Is what you would think. Because if you no matter what combination you do to pressing the buttons, which actually controls these doors, fence doors or something. I don't know what they are exactly, but it controls the positioning of those because at certain points, whether the statue has red eyes or not, the doors will open or close. Now, once you reach the 3rd floor, you're going to be stuck because you've already reached the 3rd floor. Where else is there to go? And it turns out the only way to go from here is actually down, Because if you look closely, the floor is kind of missing over here. It's as if it's broken off, as if the game is trying to tell you it wants you to fall down. So, lo and behold, I actually tried that, and I fell down to a new area. Okay, it actually didn't work that time because I actually fell down to the wrong area. You're supposed to fall down the other one. Ugh, I have to keep putting up these max spells. But, yeah, you're supposed to fall down. The game wants you to fall down, and then keep going down until you reach the bottom. I didn't know that at first, although, when was the last time I played this game? I think like 10 years ago. But yes, you'll reach this new area, which you shouldn't have been able to previously access now, and you'll see a new set of stairs. Who are you? There shouldn't be anyone here. There shouldn't be anyone here. This place is crawling with people. Burglars, youngsters, you. Please, and this guy thinks there's supposed to be no one here. He's as blind as a bat because the darkness is getting to him. Although it actually makes sense why the burglar's in here. This is an abandoned place. There's ought to be a lot of valuable things in here. Don't you guys agree? I mean, an abandoned Pokemon mansion where they conducted experiments on one of the most powerful Pokemon in existence. There's bound to be some valuable stuff in here, right? Oh, you can reduce my accuracy all day. It won't change a damn thing. Bye-bye, Weezing. Okay, at this rate, I'll probably be able to do the Pokemon Mansion in one episode. Ouch! That hurt my feelings. I'll tattletale on you. There also happens to be another exit for some reason. That's like a quick access exit, unless you don't want to, you know, go all the way out to the front entrance again. Uh-oh. Where am I now? Well, this guy knew what to do because he got this far. But yeah, for some reason there's two exits to this place, even though they both lead to the same way. So I guess Nintendo kind of screwed themselves with the logic of that, since two doors lead to the same entrance. And if you try to re-enter the place, you'll I'll test it out probably when I'm leaving this place. Probably won't use the escape rope that I have. I'll instead try to leave the normal way. I think we haven't encountered a Ponyta yet. Ponyta's another fire type that you find in the Kanto region. Just like every other fire type, has got good speed and I guess decent attack. Of course, I don't think you were able to catch Ponyta at this point, so it's okay if you don't have one yet, or even saw one yet. Oh, what are you calling a ship? A Wooga? September 1st, Mewtwo's far too powerful. We have failed to curb its vicious tendencies. It ended up rebelling and destroying this place, causing it to be abandoned in the first place. Why it became vicious? We don't really know. Probably because in response to the horrible treatment it received. That much is shrouded in mystery. This place is ideal for a lab. Look at all of this space. Just need some redecorating and, you know, some new wallpaper, but it can be done. And I'll make it my own. It doesn't seem like most of these guys realize what this place used to be, which was the holding pen for Mewtwo, unfortunately. We don't see much evidence of the actual equipment. It looks more like an actual abandoned mansion rather than an abandoned laboratory. So I find that quite odd, since they probably managed to clear all of that away to, you know, avoid suspicion or something that they conducted in Pokemon experiments. I didn't want to say inhumane, because it wasn't technically inhumane, they're Pokemon. But I guess they're like animals, I guess they got their rights too. This electro just paralyzed me. Great, now I'm not gonna use Jiggly for this episode. What was that for? I didn't do anything wrong, I didn't conduct bad experiments on a Mew or Mewtwo. Okay, I'm not gonna press the statue yet because I want to get this item up here, and I know the door would have closed it. Alright, Team 14 Blizzard. One of the most powerful ice type attacks. I'm actually gonna teach Ice Beam later on to Turtley before I challenge the Elite Four. So I'm not gonna use that. And here's the secret key! Obviously, this key is the key to the Cinnabar Island Gym, But down here is I guess the real prize, because that was at the very end. It's Solar Beam, the most powerful grass tech right now, because Frenzy Plant wasn't created yet. And since I have no grass types or anyone that can learn it, it's kind of useless to me. So I might sell it. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh, I had to... This actually closes... Wow, the statue's eyes are not lit up. It actually blocks off that... Oh, that's the only way to exit from this point, because you can't climb up. Oh, so that's why the entrance is included. So you actually do need to leave that way. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh man, it's been a long time, I guess. So yeah, you actually have to take this exit, because there's no other exit for you, and it's actually going to lead to the same door that you came in. How? I don't know. Some mysteries are just not meant to be solved. But that was the PokèMansion in a nutshell. The entire place I just cleared in one episode. Wow, good for me. Oh, I want to use Zapdos though, because I just checked up, although technically Blue used Moltres herself. She did catch all three, so I'm gonna bend the rules a bit and actually use Zapdos. But that's all the time I have for today, folks. In the next episode, we are going to be covering the Cinnabar Island Gym, the home of the fire types, and Blaine. So I will see all of you guys in the next episode.